What is up, everyone? Welcome back. Our last Supercross race reaction of the year here. Salt Lake City race reaction. Thank you all for tuning in. Wild night of racing and a wild night in general there. So again, just want to thank you all for the entire season here, watching these reaction videos and everything. And make sure to comment your thoughts down below. Again, I try to go back and forth in the comments as much as I can. I've been a little busy the last couple of weeks, so it hasn't been quite as good. But always love getting the discussion rolling, and we've got essentially a couple of weeks here before we're going to have a race to really do another reaction to. So let's jump into this here. Now, the real question, do we start with the 250s or the 450s? Let's go 450s first here, okay? So, for everyone who doubted, suck it! Oh, God. Love my man Jett up there telling everybody to suck it on the podium. That's awesome. Jett did exactly what we all thought he would do, which is he kind of just mailed it in here tonight on this final race. I do actually think there was a possibility of him going to the front up until the point of that front wheel kind of sliding out, going over the jump. And at that point, he just kind of went, whoa. Because if you watch the beginning of that race there, and I know y'all are going to get in the comments and be like, you're a homer. All you want to do is see Jett win. You think Jett can win anything, blah, 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 whatever. Shut it. Suck it, as Jett would say. Anyway, let's move on. He was actually riding at a pretty decent pace and kind of pushing forward. So I do think, again, at the beginning there, had he not had that little front wheel slide out, the a la Chase Sexton going up that jump there, that we might have seen him push to the front and possibly go after this race win here, okay? And this is where I'm going to start downplaying Sexton's win, okay? Yes, Sexton won, and now he's won 2 races this year. He won a mud race, and he won this one, and he's saying, oh, the bike's so much better, the bike's so much better, the bike's so much better. Bro, you didn't go out and win that race by 15 seconds over Cooper Webb, Justin Cooper. I don't remember which one was second. They were battling. I think it was Cooper. It was Justin Cooper. You won that race by like 3 seconds. Now, Jett can do that, and we all know that he has the possibility to go faster. And all the credit to Sexton for winning the race. That's totally, like, he legit won that. He got a good start. Boom. Went. Whatever. But I'm just saying that me being over here, being the realist I am, I'm not as impressed with that win as had he have won 2, 3, 4 rounds ago. That would be more impressive to me. This win's like, okay, cool, he did it. Like, great. Hopefully it gives him a little bit of confidence going outdoors so we have a little bit more exciting racing because, as we all kind of know, and we'll touch on the main show this week when we do our outdoor preview, it could be a long summer again with Jett here as far as this goes. But yeah, anyway, so Jett wins the title. Chase wins the race. Good on both ends there. Justin Cooper continues to have the same exact career as Hunter Lawrence by getting a podium. So their Supercross seasons as rookies, completely the same. 100% the same. Now, Jett won Rookie of the Year today, which is no surprise. I mean, he's Jett Lawrence. He's won 8 races. He won the title. You know, I mean, there isn't a surprise there. But when you get back into the normal guys, as far as winning, as far as rookies for the year, Hunter Lawrence and Justin Cooper, same. Now, Cooper Webb, he got second in the points, and he rode through this injury he has here. But I was talking to Coach Rob about it tonight, and it's just like, what an idiot. Like, and here's why, and I'm going to probably catch some flack from people in the comments, but here's why I think this move by Cooper Webb was moronic, okay? This is what I'm going to say. This is my truth. If for some reason this reaches Cooper Webb, I have no problem having a conversation with you. The second injury is always worse than the first injury, okay? Now, they make the claim, oh, he's hurt it. It can't get hurt any worse. Totally understand that. Here's the problem. If I blow out my ACL in my knee, okay, but everything's relatively fine. I don't have any pain. I don't have any discomfort. I don't have any even instability in that knee, and I can ride with it, which we've seen a lot of these guys ride without ACLs. Okay, that's fine. This joint tendon thing he's got going on in his thumb, we know it's not good. He said it's not good. We've seen it's not good. When you're pulling off and shaking your hand, or you're only riding a few laps in practice and stuff, that means you can't hold on to the bike. And if you can't hold on to the bike, that creates a real issue. Because what happens is, and we got lucky, and what I mean by we is Coop got lucky that he made it through this so he can have surgery Monday. But the thing is like, all it takes is one wrong move there, and we wad our shit into the ground, and next thing you know, we're even more fucked up than we are now. Then instead of a minor surgery that will take, say, 6 to 8 weeks to get back in shape, and we can make the SMX rounds, well, now we're out. Now we're out for a second place in a Supercross series. So I understand the wanting to do it, wanting to win, wanting to even give yourself the opportunity. Like, I understand that. But he's old enough now, and at the age I'm at, to understand, like, look, if this goes sideways, this could go really, really sideways. So to put that risk out there, I don't know, man. I probably would have weighed my options and probably gone the route of Tomac and been like, you know what? Screw it. We're not going to win the title, because I'm here to tell you, and this could be a controversial take too, so go ahead, feel free to slay me in the comments. This was never Cooper's title. He never had this, not even once. Jett made a few mistakes at a few rounds there, which allowed Cooper to get back in this title fight and allowed us all to have something to talk about to make him feel like he had a chance. And it wasn't Jett fixing races. This was just some bad luck on Jett's part there with those few races in the middle there that allowed him to cut down this 21-point lead back to nothing. But at no point this year did I really, really think like, man, you know what? Cooper Webb's got this. It was Jett might throw it away. But then, too, when I look back at the last few rounds here, I go, no. Wrap it up. I mean, that's what Tomac did. Tomac said, look, there's no way I'm going to really do anything. And so he hurts his thumb last weekend. He's like, screw it. Like, there's just no point. The fact that Jett went into this race having to get 17th or better should have been all the info that Webb needed to basically be like, you know what, let's just pack it up. Because if we don't, and something does happen, then was this really worth it? Apparently, in his mind, it was, but I don't know, man. That's I don't know. I might be out on that, and that's probably controversial. And go ahead and flame me in the comments. That's totally fine. So, okay. Also, with the 450s here, let's talk about the Hunta Lawrence, Jason Anderson throwdown here. Now, I would pay uber amounts of money to be in that AMA trailer right now, listening to these two. So Ando takes Hunter high after the whoops there in the berm. And, Hunter just kind of ran out of space. Wasn't, in my opinion, overly dirty. And I'm not a Jason Anderson guy, but wasn't overly dirty. But apparently Hunter took very much exception to this. And then we saw him getting lapped there and just go out and just casually make contact with Ando. So super interesting to see that. Hopefully this carries into outdoors and we get a little drama in outdoors. That would be exciting for us, because I don't think there's going to be a lot of other stuff to talk about other than can Jett do another perfect season. I don't know. We'll see. But that was definitely something very, very interesting there to keep an eye on. Now, once you get beyond that point, not a whole lot. Barsha rode really good tonight. So that was cool to see that he's kind of picking it up. But again, he needs a contract so he can continue to ride. So that's not really a big surprise. AC's farewell race. Really should have gone to this race just to see Jett win his first 450 title, or his first 450 Supercross title, and to see AC's last race. So AC just happy to be there. Kev made the main in the most spectacular fashion ever with what's it called, Harrison, and who else was it there going down in the last lap of that LCQ. So that's awesome. We'll try to get him on the show here when we record on Monday. And yeah, that was basically those were the highlights of the 450 class. Now moving over to the 250 class here. I'll be honest. I talked about this in the qualifying show. I thought Vial was throwing this title away, dude. I really thought Vial did not look good all day. That heat race. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I got the hiccups here. Anyway, Vial was horrendous in that heat. Horrendous. Capital H. 9th place in his heat. And I went, oh my God, he's going to toss this. Because, like, Deegs had no pressure. Deegs' one job today was to go out and win. And I really thought if they would have got together closer after what happened at press day yesterday, that we would have seen some fireworks. And we might have, because Deegan definitely was not scared to go in there and do that. But then he didn't have to, because Vial's day was about as terrible as you could get. I mean, he cleared that with, like, 4 points, which was not a lot. So that made that a whole lot interesting. Now, the RJ Kitchen thing, that also, man, talk about coming down to the checker flag there, because RJ in that heat the entire time, I thought he was going to die. And I literally have notes of RJ is effing loose, because for some reason, RJ was pushing and pushing and pushing, and he was mistiming the whoops. So he was carrying so much speed into the whoops, he was missing the first one with his front wheel. And there were times that you could watch and he would get huckabuck and it would throw him off. And I was like, oh my goodness, he's going to throw this away. Now he didn't. And he ends up getting this title. But wow. Incredible. So we got Vial wins the title. RJ wins the title, which is fine. Kitchen's got lots of years. Kitchen just didn't get the start in the main and just could not quite make the speed up. He was fine in the heat. In the main, he just didn't have anything there, and he got caught a little bit because, you know, everybody in that main is a really good rider there in the 250 showdown. So that was cool. It was cool to see RJ get it done. Congrats to him. Congrats to the Grandals there who are friends, who we're friends with. Because they really, really put in a lot of work and a lot of effort to help RJ out in his early years. So shout out to them. I want to talk about the Smith on Degan move. What a fucking retard. That's what I got to say. And he'll probably see this, and I'll get blacklisted from ever talking to him, and that might happen, you know, but okay, we saw this last year in Detroit. Okay, obviously they had their thing, and Smith goes down, and blah, blah, blah. And I blame Smith on that one. And you know what? This was Smith's fault too. Like, Smith, number one, let's start with, you're the kid's teammate, okay? You know the only way that this kid possibly can win a title, and don't tell me Star didn't go over this with you guys this week, because we all know how Star is. The only way he wins a title is if he wins the race and Vial gets 11th or worse. That's the only way, okay? So what the hell are you trying to do, trying to pass him to start with, okay? That's the first thing where I just go, you're not that much faster than him, and you're trying to make this pass. Then number two, how are you, this right here is a perfect example of what we talk about when we talk about these kids that go to these facilities and do not race. Racecraft, fucking terrible. You're literally like in his swing arm bolt trying to put it in him, and then you go down. And then on top of that, you talk about about almost getting your fork guard caught in there and break some spokes or something. Can you imagine if you break spokes in Deegan's wheel and he can't finish because you put in a dumbass move like that? Was unreal. I'm not even a Degan guy, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm going to rant real hard about this on the show when we record on Monday, but holy crap, I'm watching that, and I'm just like mind blown at the stupidity of this move he's trying to put on him. And then to get on the thing on the podium there and be like, oh yeah, it was a bummer. You mean it was a bummer that you're an idiot? Because that's what it was. You're an idiot. There was no chance there. There was no chance and no point. If you thought you could creep up farther on him, or you were so much faster than him, then you should have waited another lap or two, really picked your spot, and gotten into him side by side, just like we saw with Hunter and Ando. But to try to put it into a swing arm bolt like that, like a moron, I don't understand what you're doing. Like, are you trying to get fired already? We all know that you're not coming back to Star, so you don't really give a shit, so that's fine. But you're just trying to get fired before Outdoors and SMX? Like, you want to not have a ride for SMX? I don't understand. Blows my mind. Doesn't make any sense to me. But that is Jordan Smith's career in a nutshell. So, outside of that, I mean, Deegs rode great in that race. Did everything he had to do today, which was basically he had no pressure, so just go out and win. Fastest qualifier, wins the heat, wins the main. I mean, you can't ask for a better day as far as that goes. And outside of that, I don't have a whole lot to talk about here. We'll run down the list on the show when we record it on Monday. Oh, geez, sorry. I apologize. I just ate, so I got those like post-eating hiccups. Maybe I'll make it through this. Anyway, main show coming this week. Outdoor preview in it. I gotta get off before I keep hiccuping in the microphone. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see y'all for a reaction show in a couple of weeks after Paula. Later.